Good morning and welcome to My Pass Hat. As an entrepreneur, you have many hats to wear. And the My Hat series gives you tips and strategies for the many tasks you must master as a business owner. Grab a coffee and enjoy. Today, we welcome Laurie Walters, Community Futures Caribou Chilcotin's very own expert in PASS, or planning a successful succession. Laurie has lived in the Caribou most of her life, and as a self-employed contractor, she has been very fortunate to be involved with numerous projects and initiatives regionally in the Caribou Chilcotin and provincially. Having her provincial instructor's diploma, Laurie is skilled in curriculum development, facilitating, presenting, and instructing. Laurie's position is developing and delivering webinars on topics that are relevant to today's workplace environment. Welcome, Laurie.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that great introduction. And I am so happy to be here.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. So what is PASS?
PASS stands for Planning a Successful Succession. So the PASS program was developed in 2017 and designed to guide businesses through the key stages of preparing for the sale of their business.
Excellent. So am I right in saying that it is best practice to start the planning for exiting your business like a good 2 to 5 years in advance? It's a long time.
Yes, you are right. Because 75% of business sales fail to close because of lack of information provided by the seller. It's not business as usual anymore. The landscape for business sales is no different. Business sellers who take the time to prepare their business for a sale, listen to good advice, and are reasonable and flexible in their expectations stand a really good chance of being successful in their business sale. I mean, the reality is sellers who refuse to consider market factors will most likely fail to sell their business. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to share a slide with you.
Oh, perfect.
So right now, things to know, number one, is that it's a buyer's market. So there's too much supply on the market. It's all about the demographics. Many of us are getting older, fewer young buyers, and depressing prices. 98% of all businesses in BC are small businesses, which create 57% of private sector employment. That's huge. 1 in 4 businesses will transition within 5 years. 88% of decisions are driven by the need to retire for owner. And I'm seeing that all the time with the clients that I have. Definitely, most of the businesses that are involved in the PASS program are baby boomers and businesses that are looking to retire. And it takes about an average of 18 months to sell. So demand isn't what it used to be. There's a shortage of both workers and entrepreneurs as the population ages. Population growth will be slow, with most growth coming from international migration. This is a global problem, and even more so now with the pandemic, that people just aren't coming into the country. Younger buyers are encouraged now to start businesses rather than buy, basically because of affordability reasons. And then there's uncertainty, as well as lifestyle choices are also reducing the entrepreneur spirit. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea right there.
All right. So what are the pathways to a successful sale then?
Okay, well.
Easy question, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of work involved in selling a business, and it's really important to understand that. Having a well-developed exit strategy in combination with your commitment to the process will help you define your exit goals and focus more effectively on how to achieve them. So there's 4 stages in planning a successful succession. They're plan, prepare, market, and connect. Let's start with the first one, plan. Personal expectations. So, do that deeper dive. Know what's most important to you in the sale of your business. Is it money, terms, transition, or maybe legacy? And legacy is actually a really important one right now. I'm finding a lot of businesses, again, the ones that have been in business for, the baby boomers, 20, 30 years, their legacy of that business is really important to them. They've been established in their community for this long and have roots. So legacy is really important. Also understand what your exit options are. Many entrepreneurs, they fail to consider when and how they'll exit their business until they're too tired of the business to take the time needed to create a good exit. True story.
Right, right. So taking over a family business isn't just stepping into the owner's role. In most cases, a sale would happen in this.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Know your business value. And again, this is so important. A professional business valuation is a process and set of methodologies which take into account asset values, income value, and market value. So a good business valuation is also based on market factors such as the location, the economic conditions, and the actual sales of comparable businesses. Financial and tax considerations. There are several types of sales depending on the structure of your business. As a business owner, you should do your homework to ensure you are looking at all your options, which will help you make good business decisions about your sale and offers that come to you. The next,
Can I jump in really quick? Because I have a CF tip here. Businesses can connect with BC Business Match to help with their business valuation as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, little CF tip there.
Pop them in always. So the next stage is the prepare, and that is preparing your financials. Buyers will always look to ask to see the financial statements prior to making a purchase commitment. Just to see if your statements are ready for show, ask yourself, do I have 3 years of financial information? Are there assets included in my balance sheet that I don't want to have as part of the sale? Does my financial information come across as clear and positive to someone who doesn't know much about my business? And what can I do to clean up the way my financial information is presented to make it look more attractive to a buyer? Is my insurance, WCB, payroll, and all those other requirements up to date and in good standing? Next, you want to evaluate your assets. Assets are a key part of a value in a business sale, as I'm sure you know. Do you have an asset list that shows all the major assets? Are all my assets in good working condition? It's one thing to have the assets, it's another as if they work. Do I use my assets in a normal day-to-day work? Would I be willing to reduce my price by removing some assets? So take those into consideration. The next is the growth opportunities, which is my favorite. Growth opportunities are very helpful in mitigating any risk concerns on the part of the buyer. Think about the best opportunities, what the best opportunities are to grow your business that a new owner could capitalize on. Operational procedures. It's important that your business processes, skills, customers, and all those daily details transfer easily and smoothly to a new owner. Next is the market. Determine the best buyer. Marketing efforts need to be focused on getting your opportunity in front of the kinds of buyers that are most likely to give you what you want from your business sale. So,
excellent. Oh, I have a CF business tip here as well. BC Business Match also offers advertising opportunities that could help sellers connect with that right buyer. So,
yeah, absolutely. No worries. So the marketing package, having a professional looking information package to provide buyers is worthwhile. It'll provide sizzle. It'll answer many questions about the business that the buyers will surely have. It'll save you time and trouble of repeating yourself. So you have this handy marketing package that you can send out electronically or have at your fingertips, and you don't have to repeat the same thing over and over and over again. It also makes it easier for the buyers to provide the information required for accessing financing. So then I'm moving on to engaging the services of these providers. So those providers are brokers, realtors, business advisors, accountants, and lawyers. And of course, right here at Community Futures as well. So all of those people, they're part of your team when you're buying a business, and you want to seek their advice and get all of that knowledge prior to before you decide to sell your business. And also an advertising plan. A well thought out advertising plan is important for a successful sale. Finally, we're on to connect. Networking, community resources. Explore the network of contacts that you have built up over your years in business. Community contacts, association contacts, and service providers, they're all potential referral sources who can tell business buyers about your business.
Of course, for sure. And your Community Futures business analyst or business coach will be able to assist the business owner with this process as well. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you talked about the importance of finding the right buyer. Can you tell us a little more about the different types of buyers?
You bet.
Perfect.
There are different types of potential buyers for any business. So, knowing these buyers, who these buyers are and how your business might possibly appeal to each type is really key to maximizing the return for your sale. So there's 4 types of buyers, and I'm going to share my screen again.
Perfect.
Here we go. So the 4 different types of buyers are the asset buyers, friendly buyer, financial buyer, and strategic buyer, as I mentioned. So the asset buyer, basically, they pick off the individual assets. They usually go for the lowest price, and it usually is the last resort. A friendly buyer, which is very popular, is an employee, family, or friend. That makes a good customer transition. People feel comfortable already going into it, and it's a little bit more flexible. The next is the financial buyer, and that is dollar-driven decision. Large buyer pool to draw from, and also though more competition. And then finally, the other strategic buyer, which is also pretty popular. Will enhance their business. It's worth the most. It can be tricky in negotiation, and there's a lot of planning required.
All right. Wow. There's a lot more than I thought.
There's a lot. It is. And again, the stress is it's so important to plan for the sale of your business and to do it right.
Right.
As I mentioned earlier.
Right. Perfect. So is the pass is region specific? Can you speak a little bit about that? Like you're in Caribou, Chilcotin, correct?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So the PASS program is in the Caribou Chilcotin as well as in the north. But really, you can call and be in contact with any of your Community Futures, and they'll be able to help you through and give you more information.
Oh, perfect. So connecting with your local CF office, wherever you are throughout British Columbia, you have a CF office in all rural areas, and they will be able to give assistance, advice, and support to your business succession plans. So
right.
Seems like this is like a task that would be a little daunting and would be great to have a second pair of eyes to make sure you've got all those boxes checked. So what a fantastic resource to have.
Yeah.
So before we go, Laurie, are there any final thoughts on planning a successful succession?
Absolutely. It is to know your business value, know your growth potential, preparation, patience, and persistence.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So Laurie has provided a digital copy of the PASS workbook and her email address, which will be somewhere here, over there. I don't know. It'll be here somewhere. You'll be able to access it. Please reach out to Laurie at any time if you have any questions about the PASS program. Or if you would like any more details about the workbook, Laurie will be able to give you a hand with that for sure. You can, of course, download the digital copy of the workbook as well for your own reference. Yeah. Laurie, really, really great stuff here. Thank you so much. This is fantastic.
Oh, my pleasure. And certainly reach out. I would be happy to help anybody who's interested in knowing more about planning a successful succession.
Awesome. All right. Thanks. Have a great day, everybody.
See you later.